Hey everybody, Kyle Weisenberger here. Thanks for checking out my video for the Sam Rayburn event. I think overall the first event went pretty well, and we walked away with a check and finished up 59th. Never really got on an awesome bite in practice. Kind of had a few bites here, a few bites there, and never had something that I just felt like I was going to knock it out of the park. So as you'll see in the video, it was pretty tough. I managed just to barely scrape out a limit each day, and you know, it was enough, you know, to get a check and maybe a little momentum going into the second event here. But I'll walk you through some of the baits that I caught them on this week, and kind of show you some footage of how I caught them. So,
83, Kyle Weisenberger.
There's one. Stay down, fish. Come on, baby. That's a better fish. Stay on, stay on. Oh, look at them. There's a school and there's one behind it. Thank you, Lord. Stay down. Stay down. Don't you jump. Don't you jump. Stay down.
There you go.
Help right there.
Definitely. Jump.
Stay down. Stay down. Feels like a better fish. It's a good fish. Come on, stay down. Stay buttoned. Stay buttoned. Yes, sir. That's how you start the day. That's how you start the day right there. There's one.
Got a bait?
Yeah. I don't think he's real big. He might help.
You make one layer. Must have a pretty good creek.
Alright, don't know how I'm going to make this happen here.
Better than the last one. 2.5. We're going to get their attention here now. Refish in about 15 minutes. Got halfway there. Good fish. There's the limit fish. Let me get my dang phone open. Not a giant, but it's still fish. Oh, that's a good solid 15-incher again. 1 second. Here we go.
Okay, so for some of the baits that I used this week, basically boiled down to a 1-2 punch of only two rods. I think I had caught 13 keepers over the course of the 2 days. Of the 10 that I weighed in, 3 of them came on a bladed jig, and the other 7 came on a Texas rig drop shot worm. So my biggest fish did come on the bladed jig, which was, I think, probably going to be the difference between me getting a check and me just probably skating around not getting a check. So that one key bite really helped me out. This is a Dweller Baits jig, bladed jig. I got it trailered with a green pumpkin, Strike King blade minnow. I've got it paired up on 16-pound gamma fluorocarbon and running a 7-1 Phoenix heavy action rod and a loose 6/8-to-1 gear ratio reel. And basically I would just fire this out on the edge of the hay grass, and I would try to locate some hydrilla that was grown off the bank just a little bit, get that jig down in there and just kind of, you know, twitch it up out of the grass. And most of the bites came when I would kind of pop it through the hydrilla or drop it after I pulled it out, let it fall back down, they hit it on the descend. Okay, so now for the spinning rod setup for this Texas rig drop shot. I basically running about a 14-inch leader down to a 3/16 ounce drop shot weight. Throwing a 2/0 medium wire rebarb hook, and then I've got the Z-Man Zinker and sprayed grass, which I've Texas rigged. So I've got it paired up with 20-pound gamma braid as my main line, and then I've got about probably an 8 to 9 foot 10-pound fluorocarbon gamma leader that I'm running down to this drop shot. And 7.2 favorite medium heavy rod, and then I'm running the Lew's Mach 2 spinning reel. And this thing did really well. It's the first time I used it was right out of the box this year, and drag system was awesome on it. So I was real happy with all around performance of it. But basically how I was catching these fish was there's a hay grass edge, and then out from that there would be some scattered hydrilla clumps. And when I'd fire the bladed jig out there, I could oftentimes like feel where, you know, I'd hit a bunch of the grass and then I'd hit a dead spot where there wouldn't be any. If I couldn't get a bite on that bladed jig, then I'd pick up this rod and I'd fire it over to where I think the edge of those hydrilla lines were, or those patches, and I could just fire it over there, basically just almost dead stick it, shake it a little bit, keep it in that small area, and then drag it to the next patch. And many times my bait would have to sit out there for maybe 5 or 10 seconds in that little area, and almost when I was getting ready to reel it in and be done with the cast, I would catch one. So I know my bait probably went by a lot of fish this week on the bladed jig, on a spinner bait, crank bait, jerk bait, and I just never could really get many of those fish to fire up on it. So this drop shot for me was the key, you know, of putting fish in the boat.